What up guys, Fojo here, and today I'm coming to you with a video about fresh start money making, the truth about it, what people probably won't tell you about it yet, what to avoid, what to look for, and how to go about making some gold in the fresh start new world. But real quick, if you guys could like the video and subscribe to the channel, I would truly appreciate that. If you could also hit the bell, it'll let you know when new content comes out. And if you want to leave a comment on if this helped you out, what have you found in Fresh Start New World that has helped you out making money? And what is your favorite way to do it right now? The truth about the Fresh Start servers and New World right now is that when a Fresh Start server like this comes out, you're going to have a market that is so fluctuating based upon a daily necessity of what people are needing, what they think they need, and what they think prices are worth, what they think items are worth at the time. Will change rapidly and abundantly over the first couple of weeks that the server's up, and that's just a guarantee. Just like when New World was released, you're going to see a market that is all over the place. It's going to be prices that people think are worth things, and prices that will be under by far what things are worth. So the problem with a lot of the things you're going to be hearing for the first week or so is that any tip somebody's going to give you is going to be someone saying that this is selling for so much money right now. Go and harvest it, go sell it, go do it right now so you can make some money. Problem with that is, by the time you watch that video, that item on New World on a Fresh Start server has already fluctuated so hard that it's no longer worth anything, or maybe it's worth a ton. It's hard to say because on a Fresh Start world, the market's going to fluctuate nonstop for at least a couple of weeks. So don't run out and grab things based upon a tip that's going to change very quickly on this game. What I'm going to say in here is going to be more long-term advice on how to make some money in here and what to do so, and how to work about getting around money making right now, looking for the future, not a quick buck right now, because any tips that are coming out right now are not going to be super viable or viable for very long. The thing to keep in mind here is that it'll fluctuate until it balances out at some point, and one way to have an idea of how it's going to land is look at a few of the other servers, get a gauge of the markets on those servers and what things are worth over there. You'll have a great idea of what things are going to level out to somewhat, know what things are actually worth instead of guessing or wondering. And if you don't have a character on those servers, just make a new character, go up to the market, and check out the prices. This is the only way that you're going to get some semblance of an idea of what the actual prices are worth for certain items, because in the beginning of the game, a lot of people are just going to sell things for as much as they can right away, trying to get cash and get money to work on whatever they want to work on their fresh start account. Another truth here is that the people that grind out the game the fastest are going to make the most money. So if you have already made your way to Brimstone, you are going to make more money because you have items that other people do not have access to. You have a way to grind out the game faster than other people do. And that was the same way for when the server just released. As soon as you got in the game, first person to make tools made a bunch of money. First person to make decent weapons made a bunch of money. Everyone needed everything. It was very necessary to grind out different specific sets of items that people were going to need, and you could guarantee yourself that people would need those items. So that's one way to guarantee yourself of knowing what something's actually worth, and if you want to save it or if you want to sell it now, depending on the prices of the server. Because there are a lot of things that are selling for way more than they're going to be worth in the future. So now is the time to sell them because they're more useful now to players than they will be in the future. Right now, nothing is insanely expensive on the Fresh Start servers. They're all going to be pretty medium amounts of money. There's nothing over like 50,000 gold right now. And money making is kind of sporadic, and you can make it in multiple different ways. You can guarantee yourself money by grinding out materials and resources. There will always be needed. People will always be buying them to grind out the skills they want to do. So no matter what, woodcutting, mining, and gathering will always be great money makers. And you just got to figure out which part of that is the best money making method, but they will always be great money makers. And now on a fresh start market like this, watching the market is by far the best way to make money. If you understand what the prices are going to do in the future, or somewhat, you're going to know how much things are going to be worth. Buying something now you could buy for a few cents might be worth thousands in a few weeks because people just don't understand what things are worth yet. Things like craft mods of specific weapons are worth a lot and will be worth a lot for people when they want to craft weapons that are really good. The way that Fresh Start works is that it's such a faster mode of the game that people will get to those skills faster, so the market should catch up faster. It will take time to get there either way. But you want to be the one that's holding the craft mods to put into those weapons or to sell back to them to put in the weapons when it comes to it. Now I could tell you certain things that are selling great right now and let you know that like cactus flesh is selling for over a gold consistently right now, or you can make a ton of money making wordwood planks, doing chest runs right now and getting materials people can't get. All of these are very viable ways to make money, but they're going to fluctuate very hard, like I said. So any trophy material you get, I would save it and wait until it actually goes to a steady price. Until then, you're going to get prices that are way lower than you're going to want. You can make money there, but you're going to waste time and money doing that. But one thing I will say is that if you want to grind out a skill, now is the time to do it. Do it before all the prices skyrocket and everyone's trying to skill the same thing. Do it as fast as possible because the prices are going to go up on most materials. It's just how it works. It'll become less and less available for people to get, and people will raise the prices on them because everyone will be able to get orichalcum or ironwood, and then it'll be way different prices. So at the end, I'd say the biggest thing to remember and to do is kind of take a look at other servers and what the prices all vary out to, where they land, and that's going to be a great way for you to make some money. I would buy a bunch of materials, different things to put away, and sell back later because the prices will go up for certain items. That's just a guarantee. Things like trophy mats are going to go up, craft mods will go up, resources will go up for the most part. Like in the first couple days of the Fresh Start, I bought tens of thousands of stone block because people were selling them insanely cheap. And now they're selling for around 30 to 40 cents each. So I made 39 to 38 cents on each stone block. So really, if you want to take the time to figure out what's going on, that's going to be the most helpful for you. Keep a close eye on the market. Now, going into a few of these, if you go and gathering is one that has a ton of options in it and a ton of ways to make money. You're going to want to pay attention to the market very closely though. What are the items that are selling for a lot right now, and what are the things that aren't selling for a lot that people are just putting a ton of on the market? Because when it comes down to it, the majority of this all comes down to supply and demand. How much is on the market? How much is available? What are people not going to do themselves? If you want to go harvest something specific, one good way to go about gathering is going for different regions for potions and things that are needed to make potions, because they're scattered throughout the world. You don't have to specifically go out and do that one thing, but going out and doing it as you go do other things is a great way to make some money. If you pick up everything you see that's new and interesting, you're gonna make money. That's a guaranteed way to make money on New World, is picking up everything you see and leveling up your gathering, mining, and woodcutting. You're going to always make money doing this if you do enough grinding on here. But doing this will make you a ton of money, and it won't take you away from what you're doing in the game. You can still quest, you can still go on chest runs, you can do whatever you want and still make money while you're doing it, because it's just things people don't want to spend their time doing. You take a second to pick up this, you take a second to pick up that, and over time it's going to stack up a lot. The important thing to do that is to have your levels where you need them. So grind up gathering, mining, woodcutting, all these different skills to make sure you have the ability to pick up whatever you can and be able to make some money on it. Because right now people are worried about getting to the top first and doing so without having to grind out certain aspects of the game they don't want to grind. So if you take a few seconds that somebody else doesn't take, then you're going to be making the money and they'll have to pay for it later on, which they're fine with doing that because they're going to try and go grind dungeons or do whatever to make money. So it's just two different ways of doing so. But if you are already stacked up to 60, great ways to make money are dungeons, elite chest runs, and trophy mat runs as well. Doing all of these will definitely make you coins and will give you guaranteed money in the end. But that's for if you are 60. If you're not 60, until you hit 60, the best way to make money is to watch the market, get your gathering, mining, woodcutting, all these skills up. If you want to focus on engineering or furnishing or something, if you're one of the few people that levels that up fast and gets to 200 and can do whatever people need, because very few people are doing the same thing you're doing, and you'll be able to make a little bit of money on things other people aren't willing to push themselves to do. But in the end, New World's great because you can literally make money doing whatever you want. It may just be a little bit less than something else, and that's the important thing to remember on New World is that no matter what, if you're having fun with the game, going out and doing the things you enjoy in the game, you will be making money, you will be having a good time, and there's no need to stress about gold because if you enjoy a certain aspect of the game, there's a way to make gold in that aspect. It just depends on what it is and if you can find it. It just means you have to figure out what part of that aspect is going to make you a little bit of gold. Play New World the way you want to play New World and make money the way you want to make money. If some of these tips help you out, that's amazing, that's great. And if you would like to see a guide about level 60s specifically in Fresh Start and how to make money as level 60s, I would love to put out a guide about that. In a few weeks, I will put out a guide on how to make money in Fresh Start, specifically once the market levels out and not when it's going to fluctuate so much that a tip today will not help you out for tomorrow. But thank you guys so much for listening to talk about New World a little bit and the truth about how it is to make gold in the Fresh Starts and how you have to go about making money right now. If you could like the video and subscribe to the channel, I would truly appreciate that. And leave a comment about your favorite way to make money right now and if you're doing something similar to make money. But we'll have more videos out soon. I hope to see you there.